Hey there guys, welcome back. Stahl Racing Channel, out here for KRA number 4. And man, it's gonna be a great day, just weather-wise, like mid-70s, so it's finally starting to feel like May. And just gonna be a good day. Like, didn't really get any practice yesterday because it rained, and then I wanted to go home and spend some time with Sarah since I'm gonna be racing on Mother's Day. Not ideal, but thank you to her for her understanding and being cool with it. Really appreciate that. And thank you to all the moms out there, everything you guys do, you know, specifically the moms of my life. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for being an amazing mom to our son Finley, and just looking forward to having a good day. I've had 3 6th place finishes so far. That's a trend, and I don't like that. I mean, it could be a lot worse, right? But like, if I want to be in championship contention, it's got to be a lot better. So looking to try to improve upon those finishing spots that I've had, and we'll see. I mean, I don't know what I have. I don't know how I stacked up yesterday. Just did 1 session, ran alone, so it's a bit of an unknown, but the kart felt great.
Kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and catch you.
We are here on a cool overcast morning, but it is beautiful. It's going to warm up into the 70s, our first warm weekend of the year, and it's a Mother's Day, and so the special lady that lets me go racing on Mother's Day, tomorrow just happens to be an unbelievable accomplishment for me, and maybe more so for her. We celebrate our 30th anniversary. So we are here at the unbelievable anniversaries of go-kart racing, Newcastle Motorsports Park.
The morning walk with Dad.
And I was looking into statistics and interesting facts about the day we got married. You know, there's not really any celebrities of note that were born on May 15th. The #1 song, 1993, the #1 song was something by Janet Jackson, which I never listened to. So it's kind of an unremarkable day, except for me. And I lucked into the greatest thing that ever happened. I'm going to keep this short. I read where in those 30 years, my heart has beaten 1.26 billion times. But you have to take off a couple 100,000, because I still, whenever I see my wife walk in the room, my heart skips a beat. So thank you to my wife. 30 years of just complete happiness. Really appreciate it. Thanks, hon.
Qualifying, it's over. Pretty disappointed, or more frustrated actually, because it's not really worth talking much about because I didn't have my camera on, so without video it doesn't make much sense to see it. But just people not wanting to lead in qualifying, and just games, and just came out on the wrong side of that one. So I qualified 7th. Kart felt really good. Like I just dropped a tooth for gear, or for qualifying, thinking that there would be people around, and I ended up leading, and so I really would have been better off on the tooth higher ratio. But kart felt good. That's the good news. Like, it was real good. And just got to make my way forward now. And, you know, really, to kind of fall in line with historical results this year, I only need to move up 1 spot to 6th. So now we'll see what can happen, but I'm happy with the kart, and I think it could definitely move forward.
So qualifying's over. Another poor performance. I don't like the way the finger's pointing on this one. Just terrible. Just can't get any speed. Just no speed. Way off of where I was last year. Just not good. I don't know what's going on. You know, I just went through and realized after my qualifying wrap up that I may have come across as a little negative. And I went back in and I looked at the times. I still sucked, but I'm not as negative about it.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Ah, thank you, sweetie.
How do you want Dad to do today?
I want him to get in the top 10. That's what I want.
Woo!
I want him to be speaking positive and making some passes.
Guys, she did it. It just took Mother's Day for her to actually pick a number and a goal, and not just like, I just hope he's safe. Top 10.
Okay guys, here we are for the KRA 4. Started 12th out of 15th. My troubles had continued, and not sure really what happened during qualifications and during this race. I still think there was just something off. Maybe continued a fuel pickup engine, maybe the engine was just needing refreshed. It just whatever it was, intentionally probably not a very good start there, just kind of laying back 12th out of 15th, and pretty confident that I wasn't going to be making a huge move there on the start. So tuck in behind Sky here, and this is pretty much what I do the whole race. And you know, at various points I'm able to pull in, and in other places you'll notice that I just lose kart lengths at a time. And you know, this is one of those examples. I was really good here between between turns 1 and 3. Nearly every lap I was able to pull in on them and gain some ground, but it seemed like about right here it ended, and they start just pulling away a little bit at a time throughout other parts of the track. Not a whole lot to say, you know. We just sat there and wrote. So it, you know, to be honest, it was a step up, because you can see the group of karts that I want to be running with. I don't want to be running behind them, but coming into the year, I knew this was a competitive group, and you can see the 6 or 7 karts there in front of me that I expected to be racing with week in, week out, and I just haven't done it until now. And this was the first race where it seemed like things started to come together. Driving was a little bit better, no catastrophic kart issues, but here again you can see just maybe a little bit. And so right here's the thing that helped me. I had a couple karts get together, and so I'd been riding there in 12th the whole race and was able to take advantage of their getting together and move into my final finishing position of 10th. But again, you can kind of see, I mean, little bits at a time. I came out of this race a little bit more enthused than I had some of the past ones. Not where I wanted to be by any means, and you know, I'm still questioning my driving at this point. But at least competitive, you know, at least able to run with this group. And at that point, even though it was a 10th, the fact that I could see 6th, which is where I would more like to be, it was not a bad day.
Dad's race just finished, and midway through the race, I leaned over to Mom. He was racing in 12th like the whole time. And I told Mom, if it was one of Kacy's races, you can pretty much guarantee that 2 of those guys at the front are going to take each other out and get Dad a top 10. And I was like, but these are these nice, kind, very thinking everything through old men. And later, 2 of them took each other out, and Dad got our top 10 finish, just like Mom asked for Mother's Day. Woo! You know what I call it is a top 10 finish.
Yeah, well, I didn't do much to make that happen.
Doesn't matter.
You
You stay smart, stay out of things.
Laid back just enough.
Okay, here I am lining up 7th, right behind Nicholas. And on the start, obviously, really what I'm looking for is just clean and try to get through the first 2-3 corners, then we can really start getting at it. And we're going to have just that. Nice clean start. I'm going to have a run here on the outside of Nicholas and take that spot, fall in line behind Max here. And feeling pretty good. The kart feels nice, it's solid. Right here you're going to see Desi gets a run on me. And props to Desi. This is a great move. He leaves me just enough room. And he gets the spot. And he was on the move. I needed a little more of that mentality that Desi had. Because he kind of left me in the dust. I think I had similar pace, but he had more attack. And so he moved forward faster. And props to him. Here, still behind Max and Blaine there in the 82. And I'm going to try to make a move on Max here. It's great, right? Until it's not right there. My nose got stuck and I had to kick it out. And so fell back to where I was and had to make up the spot. Make up the ground rather, and close back in. Here I've closed back in, and I'm going to think about it, but that would have been dumb. So I fall back in line, and I'm kind of telling Max, like, hey man, either you're going to need to make the move here, or I'm going to make the move on you. And he decides to pull out, and I don't think Blaine was expecting 2 of us, so nice heads up driving from him. Here I'm looking to make the move on Max. And I'm going to take a peek, but I think it was a little too high risk. Not enough reward there. Decided I'd wait a few more turns and try it in the hairpin. So here, line him up for the hairpin, shoot down low, and take the spot. And so right there, I move into 4th position. And I know, looking up there, there's no way going to catch those front 3. And so here's on the last lap, and I know Max is right on my bumper, so I'm trying to hold him off and get 4th, but he's right there, he's right on my bumper. And right here you're going to see him have a good run, and like props to him, because I thought I had a pretty good section there and he had a really good run, and he kind of gets bumpy there, and I shouldn't have been hanging around as long as I did, and he just kind of hooks my bumper. Yeah, you see my arm up in frustration, but watching the video, like, he had the spot. I had no business staying there. It was way too risky, and so got pushed off. Blaine went under. I did the old over-under on him and was able to hold my position, and through the next couple corners, could see that there's a 3rd kart now joining our pack. That's Jacob. I think he started in the back, so he was making up ground like a madman. And here we're coming to the finish line, and it feels like I've seen this scenario before, where Blaine was right there and it's a close finish, but luckily this time it's a little better finish for me, and I finish in 5th, get the spot, and then yeah, there's Jacob right there with us, so good race for him too. But 5th position, can't really complain. I'll take it, and the kart was great. Just wasn't aggressive enough from the get-go. It wasn't 6th, right?
No, it was 5th.
Yep.
It's you.